his job in there. He did what he had to do.
Yeah, happy.
Imbécil intento de gente que tengo aquí a mi izquierda, que no se le olvide que yo ya vine siendo el Canelo a Estados Unidos y que solamente lucró con mi nombre, nunca perdí un solo centavo, sino nomás ganó dinero. ¿Ya le pagaste a Golovkin lo que le quería robar? ¿Sí?
Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know? That fight it'd be good. You're gonna get hit in the fight. You know, that's one thing we all know. And I believe in my abilities, and I believe in myself that I can handle anything that any fighter.
It's still 6 months before their super fight, yet Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have already begun heating up the atmosphere ahead of their September showdown. The pair had a meeting with Turki Alalshikh earlier today, and the meeting quickly turned into the opposite of what it was meant to achieve.
Canelo in Riyadh in May, the big fight.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford clashed, and a brawl almost broke out. A brawl that Turki Alalshikh wouldn't have been able to stop. Their meeting in Saudi Arabia was intended to finalize details for their mega matchup. However, tensions rose when they met at the airport in Saudi Arabia while making their way to Turkey's residence.
His Excellency didn't seem as into this in the past, and now last night seems very on board making this happen. What changed on his end?
I don't know. You have to ask him. You know, I think it's a very intriguing fight. You know, Canelo and me is the same height. I got longer reach than Canelo. I'm faster than Canelo. But Canelo is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. So we both giving away something, but we both gaining something at the same.
Both fighters' teams expected them to show mutual respect, as there had never been any real animosity between them. While calling each other out and anticipating a clash, both fighters had always maintained a level of respect. However, things quickly changed when Terence Crawford approached Canelo Alvarez at the airport to exchange pleasantries, but Canelo appeared to snub him.
So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not?
This led to Crawford making further attempts to approach Canelo, only for Canelo to react aggressively. Crawford then became furious, and the two began hurling words at each other, ready to fight dirty. Of course, neither fighter was alone. Both teams quickly jumped in to separate them. Airport authorities also intervened, preventing a major fight before the big one in September. They then made their way separately to Turki Alalshikh's residence, where it is believed the Saudi boxing mogul helped diffuse the tension. A picture later surfaced on Turki Alalshikh's social media page showing all three of them together, Crawford, Canelo, and Turki.
Brings at me or throw at me. You know, I gotta be able to believe in myself if I'm gonna get in the ring with you. I can't go in the ring thinking, oh man, if this guy hit me, he's gonna knock me out, or if this guy hit me, he's gonna break my ribs. So now, you know, if he was talking about Deontay Wilder or something,
The boxing world needed a historic fight to spice things up this year, and with Turki Alalshikh's efforts, the fight was delivered at the perfect time. Canelo Alvarez and the former undisputed champion from Omaha, Nebraska, have had several meetings with the Saudi boxing mogul. However, beyond the business negotiations, their rivalry has intensified with this heated exchange.
The history of boxing. In September, then 2 more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
For a fight expected to be the match of the year, fans crave as much chaos and excitement as possible. Well, Crawford and Canelo Alvarez know how to give fans what they want, and they're doing just that. As part of Riyadh season, Turki Alalshikh has been at the forefront of negotiations between both fighters' camps as he works to finalize one of the biggest fights in boxing history.
Oh, well, it ain't really no message, you know. It's all respect over here, you know, and if, you know, he do decide to come my way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know. It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently. And it'd be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that
Initially, Canelo was reportedly reluctant to take on the 37-year-old from Omaha. However, it seems the Mexican icon has had a change of heart and is now gearing up for this challenge. It is believed that Turki Alalshikh played a significant role in persuading Canelo, likely with a lucrative offer. Despite Canelo having a fight scheduled in May against William Skull during the Cinco de Mayo weekend, it is his clash with Terence Crawford that is making headlines.
Imbécil intento de gente que tengo aquí a mi izquierda, que no se le olvide que yo ya vine siendo el Canelo a Estados Unidos y que solamente lucró con mi nombre. Nunca perdí un solo centavo, sino nomás ganó dinero. ¿Ya le pagaste a Golovkin lo que le quería robar? ¿Sí?
Speaking about the fight, in an interview with a reputable boxing platform, the 34-year-old Canelo stated, "I won't get any credit if I face Crawford, but you never know in boxing. I go up and down in weight and fight everybody out there, so it's possible. Why not?" He continued, "I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter. I always say that, no disrespect to him. But sometimes it's crazy that people talk about a smaller fighter like Charlo, who is big, and then they talk about me facing Crawford, who fights at 147. It makes no sense. But you guys say that, right?"
Hopefully once you guys get in there.
I don't know. I just think, you know, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really...
As he prepares for the fight, Crawford acknowledges the challenges ahead. He knows he must be cautious of Canelo's size and power, but remains confident in his ability to adapt and win. Interestingly, Crawford isn't new to fighting bigger opponents. He boasts an undefeated record of 41-0. "I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, and I guarantee I'll win this fight," he stated. "There is no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't beat anyone I step in a ring with."
The only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of the game.
For Terence Crawford, it's been a different story. He has pursued a fight with Canelo Alvarez ever since his victory over Errol Spence at 147 pounds, which saw him become the undisputed welterweight champion. "I've been wanting this fight. It's a legacy fight, the biggest fight in boxing today. I feel like this fight is the last of the Mohicans. It would be massive. You've got two top 3 pound-for-pound fighters going head-to-head. I know Canelo is bigger than me, but I'm up for the challenge. It's all respect. And if he decides to fight me, it'll be an electrifying night."
Your reaction to that, and that seems like that you do want this fight now.
Well, I've been wanting to fight, you know. I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if, you know, this is the biggest fight in boxing today.
What makes a Canelo versus Crawford fight particularly significant is that both fighters' Hall of Fame-worthy careers are nearing their final stages. Canelo, at 34 years old, has been fighting professionally for nearly 20 years, amassing an impressive record of February 2nd, 62. Some of his toughest battles, especially his 2 controversial fights against Gennady Golovkin, have undoubtedly taken a toll. Meanwhile, at 37 years old, Crawford is also reaching the twilight of his career, having never lost in the ring.
This fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both come in an era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, or HBO era, that type of era. So
Both fighters know what it means to be undisputed champions in an era where such status is rare. Canelo has been in multiple super fights against elite opponents like Golovkin and Floyd Mayweather, while Crawford had his first major showdown when he dominated Errol Spence. Crawford will have to jump 2 full weight divisions to challenge super middleweight King Canelo, making it one of the most significant fights in recent history.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that, no disrespect him, but sometimes he's.
Before facing Crawford, Canelo plans to reclaim the IBF title, which he lost after being stripped. William Skull later picked up the belt, and Canelo has vowed to win it back. Turki Alalshikh is pushing for the Canelo versus Crawford fight to be an undisputed super middleweight championship, which means Canelo must reclaim the belt before September.
A small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo.
Despite acknowledging the size disadvantage, Crawford remains confident. Analysts, however, are skeptical about his ability to compete at super middleweight. His most recent fight, a points victory over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight, was not as dominant as expected.
I'm saying that everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to beat Spence. It's real simple. Real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that.
Regardless, this fight has captivated fans. Canelo has a tradition of fighting twice a year, once in May and once in September, coinciding with Mexico's Independence Day celebrations. Crawford, on the other hand, has decided not to fight anyone else before his September bout against Canelo, a move some consider risky.
Now, are we still waiting for that second fight to happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know. They still got to work things out and see where they go from there.
I know Tim Zhu's named in for the run out there as an opponent. What do you think about Crawford versus Zhu?
Butterstock, you know.
Yeah?
Butterstock, you know.
And Zhu don't think that they can get a shot at Bud after, with the belt not even being on the line. Is that a fight that...
Crawford is chasing greatness, and both he and Turki Alalshikh successfully convinced Canelo to accept the fight, reportedly offering him $150 million. Even though some question the competitiveness of the fight, due to the weight difference, Canelo isn't taking Crawford lightly, recognizing his rare skill set.
Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never, maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined. So of course, why would he call up Benavidez when he's calling out Canelo?
Trainer Robert Garcia praised Crawford, saying Crawford is a smart man. He's achieved everything he wanted. He doesn't need to prove anything, but he wants this big fight.
He's not going to bitch out.
You don't think he could go all 12?
He won't bitch out.
He'll do better.
He'll put up some good rounds, get knocked out, but he'll put up some good rounds. And that's better than what Charlo did.
Hey, because he'll fight.
Yeah, exactly, he'll fight.
Garcia also suggested that if Crawford doesn't land the Canelo fight, he might never fight again, as he has already secured his fortune and investments.
He can hit. Like I know he can hit.
Yeah.
And he has a great chin.
Yeah.
Has he ever been dropped ever?
He was hurt, remember? Cotto's brother.
Yeah, but that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but he got hurt. So what? He didn't get hurt.
Hey, you bring up Crawford getting hurt by Gamboa. That was 1,000
When
years
did
ago,
I ever
too.
say that?
You said that the other day.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you did. What's it called?
While Garcia believes Crawford can compete with Canelo for several rounds, he thinks Canelo's size and strength will be too much in the later rounds.
It says that Canelo hits just a slight less heavy-handed than Caballo.
Wow.
You think Caballo's stronger?
I think Caballo's heavier-handed. I think Canelo's stronger, but I think Caballo, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between powers and stuff.
Right.
Caballo is heavier-handed. Like, when he'll jab into the body.
Okay, to be fair, Caballo weighed 220 pounds when he sparred him.
No.
Well, he did it? What do you...
Mikey Garcia, however, disagrees, stating that the fight is unbalanced due to size differences.
Out of that fight, there are too many weight classes apart. And although the skills, Crawford is one, the best fighters that I've seen. Now, Canelo is, fighting at 168. Crawford.
Ultimately, the fight remains a massive attraction, but some experts believe both fighters should pursue different challenges.
I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, power and size. Now, skill-wise, I think Crawford's a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think Crawford.
As always, stay connected with us for the latest boxing news and updates. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for more quality content. Until next time, peace out.
He could attempt that, but there's no money in that compared to the Canelo fight. And Canelo is trying to fight other guys, and